ASD versus ASC, what's the difference? In today's video we're going to find out just that. Here we go. Well, hello indie people, how you guys doing? And if you're brand new to my channel, I talk about autism on a weekly basis, talking about it from my own experiences. But if that sounds interesting to you and you want to see more, consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification bell just to let you know every time I upload a new video. Now, in the autism community, there is a little bit of debate on whether we should be saying ASD, which is Autism Spectrum Disorder, or whether we should be changing things to ASC, which is Autism Spectrum Condition. But before we get into the video, what term do you use the most? Do you say ASD or ASC? At the top of the screen there should be a little poll card. Go and click on it and give your answer, because I'm quite interested to find out what term you use. Now, to give a little bit of background info on this, ASD, Autism Spectrum Disorder, has been used as a term for quite some time, and it's only in recent years that people have started to introduce this idea that using the term disorder is not necessarily a good thing when it comes to autism, and people have started to coin the term ASC, or Autism Spectrum Conditions. And just from my own opinion, I feel it comes from the idea that disorder is quite a negative word generally, and this further stigmatizes autism as a whole. So just for context, the actual term disorder is in reference to a state of confusion, but since we're talking about autism, which is a neurological condition, so it's all to do with medicines and medical stuff, the term disorder slightly changes, and the actual definition is an illness that disrupts normal physical or mental functions, which, to be perfectly honest with you, to me as an autistic person doesn't sound really good. I'm not going to speak on behalf of every autistic person out there. If you're an autistic person, let me know down below in the comments what your opinion is of the word disorder in the context of autism. For me personally, when I hear the word disorder, it just makes me feel like we are not right compared to the rest of society. For me, disorder implies something to be fixed, like there's something wrong with the person. That thing that is wrong with them needs to be fixed, you know? So I feel personally, when it comes to autism, the word disorder just doesn't sit right with me. That's just how I personally feel about the word disorder generally. And this is why I feel that people have started to use condition over disorder, because condition in itself, well, it's kind of right in a sense, because autism is a condition, you know, it's something that someone has. Autism is a spectrum condition, which it is. Autism is a spectrum condition, meaning that just because one autistic person experiences set amount of symptoms doesn't mean that another autistic person that you meet is going to experience the exact same symptoms. They may have similarities, of course, but they're not going to be exactly the same, implying that there is a spectrum. And when you look up the literal term of condition, there's a few things that come up. First one, the state of something with regards to its appearance, quality, or working order, but also the circumstances or factors affecting the way in which people live or work, especially with regards to their well-being. And for me, that last description of condition really feels right to me personally as an autistic person in regards to autism itself, because each individual autistic person is going to have their own challenges, their own strengths, and really the way that someone interacts with other people, you know, goes out into the community, etc. You know, there's going to be a lot of contributing factors that are going to allow that person to function or be a valuable part of society. And also, I feel when you think of autism as a condition rather than a disorder or something to be fixed, I feel like you can have a look at a person's situation, a person with autism's situation, and be able to figure out the circumstances of why they're feeling a certain way and trying to rectify those factors. Now, when it comes to ASD and ASC and what I personally say, like, I have always said ASD because I've just grown up with saying Autism Spectrum Disorders, and grown up as well, that's how other people have referred it as. Being in the autism community and talking to people and finding out more about this whole topic, I personally feel like I'm drawn more to ASC, and hopefully we'll be introducing that more and more over the next few months or so. But whether you say ASD or ASC, you know, I think as long as you're saying something true to yourself, and it's also in a respectful way toward autistic people or the subject of autism in general, should it really matter whether we say ASD or ASC? I mean, I would love to know down below in the comments what you think, and thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, let me know by hitting that like button, and if you want to see more videos, consider subscribing. But for now, stay you, stay indie, I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you next time.